And your final 3 and out question of the week. You can find this one on the Middle Classholes Facebook page. Do find us, do follow us, do like us. And this is your sneak peek question. And it reads as such. Would you rather randomly time travel plus or minus 20 years every time you fart, or teleport to a different place on Earth every time you sneeze? Alan, we begin with you.
Wait, so it's time travel fart. What was the different place? Like just different location sneeze?
Teleport sneeze. And I will put the caveat in that you are going to a land mass. You're not going to end up in the middle of an ocean.
Okay. I mean, that's good to know. I wasn't going to ask that question, but that actually does concern me. So thank you. Man, that's tough. I mean, time travel's cool. I think time travel's the cooler of the two, especially because it's are they both random?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like, what do you mean by random? Explain.
So, like, if I just fart and I'm like, poof, I'm in a fucking 1860.
I
didn't think about that. It just happened.
20 years.
It's only 20 years at a time.
Okay.
Now, it could be random. You could go 20, 40, 60 backwards, 20, 40, 60 forwards. You could go backwards 20, back to now. So that's random. But
I can only go 20 at a time.
Correct.
And is it 20 same spot?
Yes, where you're sitting right now.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, fuck. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I think I'm going fart time. That just sounds more appealing to me because I'd like to see what this spot looks like 20 years ago and 20 years from now. That'd be kind of interesting. I mean, it would be fucked up ultimately.
Yeah, I'd like to see the people call the cops on you.
Hey, guys, I'm not sitting here either, or I am just sitting here at this computer in this chair.
You fall down
with just the computer the same, but like this room is like a nursery or something. But yeah, that would be kind of cool. And I mean, I don't rapid fire fart as much as I absolutely multiply sneeze. Like if I sneeze once, I'm sneezing multiple times. There is no one sneeze. That's ridiculous. So that means I'm jumping to multiple different locations in the span of God knows how many, seconds, and not knowing where I am. So yeah, fart time travel is my vote.
I would argue though that like not knowing where you are is a lot easier to handle than not knowing when you are.
Is it though? Because then I know where I am. So like if I went 20 years back,
it was 2000
here in Baltimore, I'd be like, all right, I'm in fucking Inner Harbor's that way. Cool, got it for the most part. You know what I mean? It's a lot different neighborhood, but yeah. I still got my bearings. If I fucking am like Bangkok, Sweden, like we got fucking issues. Like
Himalayas.
Kilimanjaro. What? Like these are problems. I could kind of deal with sitting in Baltimore either in 1990 no, fuck 2000. Yeah, we're good. And yeah, I think that's just way easier to comprehend and deal with. I would fucking lose my mind if I ended up somewhere crazy.
Okay, Wes, what do you got?
So I'm not there will be days, maybe sometimes like around the better part of a week where I sneeze. All right. So and with the sneezing, there's no guaranteeing you're getting back. With the farting, you said now it's like a coin flip. You're either going back or forth 20 years. Now I could crack off 10 farts and be, 200 years prior, but again, it make it sounds like it's 50-50. What I would like to do, okay, if I could do this, all right, fart, I'm back here in 2000, right where I'm sitting. Now, hopefully I can get the fuck out of here with the family not fucking blowing up or going ape shit. I can get the hell out of here. I'm an athletic enough guy who can split. Somehow make my way back to Perryville. All right. 40 some odd miles up the road, go and tell my old self to gamble on a bunch of stuff and give myself stock tips and give myself all the information to make myself rich down the road. Now, if that will somehow stop me from farting and going other places. I don't know, but that's the way I'm thinking.
With all that money, you could learn how to not fart.
Yeah, also, right. I can Elon Musk myself to.
Plus, I will point out something for me that sneezing would be terrible for was I typically sneeze after I eat. Like so it's a thing. It's you can look it up, but I seriously,
I'll take your word for it.
It's called gustatory rhinitis. Fuck off. Okay. So anyway, after I eat, typically it irritates my sinuses, so I sneeze. No matter after every meal, doesn't matter what the fuck it is. If it's fucking like ice cream, even worse because dairy. But I'm not lactose intolerant. I don't understand it. But doctor was like, yeah, just happens. You just fucking sneeze like a weirdo. So every time I fucking eat, I would sneeze. And like I said, not once, 3 times, 5 times, and I'm in different places. No fucking way. That'd be terrible. I'm just piling on.
Yeah,
it'd be awful.
Australia, Switzerland, Japan.
These are fair points, and before I answer, I'll go to the Facebook page. And again, thank you, Mike. Mike is a constant contributor. He says sneezing in sets of 3 or 4s would be very disorienting.
Yep.
Better make sure you have an international plan on your phone. But see, that brought up a point for me where it's like, as long as I do have my phone on me, which in modern America, everybody's got their phone in their pocket. So as long as you got your phone on you, it's like, hey, hon, I'm in Bangladesh. And I'll either catch a flight or I'll get some snuff and be home soon.
I'll pick up some fireworks.
That's if you land in Bangladesh, though. You land in the fucking outback.
Yeah.
You got a satellite phone, motherfucker? That iPhone ain't working.
Yeah, that's true. But again, then you're only a sneeze away from getting to another location. And I'm sure you can figure out a way to force yourself to sneeze, especially if this is a constant problem. You can make that happen. But Mike also says, figuring the average person farts 10 to 20 times a day, I couldn't imagine quantum farting that often. Sneezing is more infrequent, and suppose I'd rather deal with figuring out how to get home from random earthly locations. So yeah, and I feel like I'm in the same boat as Mike on this one. I feel like, at least with time travel, everybody I know won't be where I am. But if I sneeze, they'll still exist in the time frame continuum. Is that even a thing? They'd still exist in my timeline. So I could still communicate, and though I wouldn't be home, I'd just be on a weird impromptu business trip. Does that make sense?
That. Yeah.
So I'd still exist in going through time seems like it would have a lot more ramifications, especially if you can't hit that sweet spot where you get back to where you want to be to use your stock options that you've collected over the millennia.
I'm going to throw a wrench into the situation that hits home because you're a father. Would you not like to crack off like 3 farts in a row and talk to your son kind of around the same age as you?
Yeah, that would be great. There's trade-offs to both, but again, like you wouldn't even be able to experience your life because you wouldn't be able to live it in a linear fashion because you'd be jumping around all over the place all the time.
Well, now, here's the question. So I guess this happens when you sleep too, right? So what if you fart when you asleep and you just wake up fucking 20 years or
someone else's bed?
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, I feel like with the farting situation, you would have to move. Like you would have to find like an unbroken plot of land out in the middle of America somewhere, so that when you farted and you ended up in like Alan's saying, when you farted in your sleep and you woke up, you wouldn't be inside a stranger's home.
Yeah.
And there's always that possibility if you go too far into the future, but
I was going to say, it could be inhabited later. As you go back, less and less chance. But as you move forward, more and more chance.
I mean, I know the world is on fire right now, and it's not really safe too many places, even inside our own borders. But at least it's consistent, and I'll go with consistency rather than leave it up to that random time travel chance.
All very good stuff. All riveting. Just God, man, you two and myself pat ourselves in the back.